Welcome back to another Mukbang Monday.
It's your favorite dinner duo, BMARSZ,
And Chanty.
and we're eating something extra special today, which is
banana
banana bread.
bread.
Yay! I was inspired by a mixture of TikTok and Twitter because it seems like everyone and their mother is baking at this point in time.
Yeah, I agree. And everybody has bought all of the flour and yeast from the grocery stores.
I had to use coconut flour for this because
Oh, really?
I couldn't find actual all-purpose flour, so I think it worked. And I had to use a cake pan, like a square 9x9. You'll see it if you watch when you watch like my recipe portion. But I went to like all grocery stores, Target, Big Lots, everything. Could not find a bread loaf pan to save my life. Or what's the other one called? A bunt pan.
A bunt.
Bunt. Yeah, I kept reading that online. I was like, bundait, budant, bunt.
Damn, that sucks.
So I wanted to make this banana bread because I keep seeing it. So I was like, oh my God, I'm just so visual. Like if I see someone eat a sandwich on a TV show, I'm like, do I need a sandwich? So yeah, here we are.
Yeah. And so you made Chrissy Tiegan's recipe because like you heard a lot of people making it?
Yeah, that's the one. Well, the whole thing I saw was like somebody did a TikTok video of Chrissy Teigan's recipe. And then Chrissy Teigan responded and was like, oh, but no credit though. And then someone else was like, he did credit you like in the caption, but like somebody took the video off of TikTok and put it on Twitter.
Oh.
So like you can't see the caption. And then she was like, okay. And then I was like just thinking how weird it is that like Chrissy Teigan is worried about someone giving her credit when she's like literally famous.
I was thinking that too. That's kind of weird.
You know, like this is all the thing. And then I was like, should I be eating banana bread as I'm talking about this? Like this is where my whole, this is why we're here right now.
Did you put the coconut flakes in it?
Yes, I did.
I saw that and I was like, ooh, I don't really like coconut.
Well, I'm using coconut flour. So I was like, let's just really dive right in, baby. Like,
yeah, it's a tropical banana bread.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I actually haven't eaten much banana bread in my life because my dad is like highly, highly allergic to bananas.
Oh yeah.
So we never had it in the house or anything.
When I first went vegan, I was like all into vegan baking. Have made so many banana breads in my life, and like pumpkin banana breads, like all types.
Yeah, never. And like even when I was like mushing the bananas, it was kind of like making my gag reflex go. I was just like, ugh, ugh, ugh. The weirdest stuff grosses me out.
That's hilarious. So we filmed the recipes for both of how we made these, so we will insert those here.
Okay, what's up, Mukbang Monday fam? So for my banana bread, I'm going to try to make Chrissy Teigan's banana bread because I just keep seeing it all over Twitter and TikTok, so I'm curious. I have my oven preheated at 325. The only thing that sucks is I could not find a stupid like loaf pan anywhere because everyone and their mother decided to bake for the first time ever in quarantine, and this was the closest thing I could find, so this might ruin everything. I really don't know. I got all the other ingredients, so let's get started. My bananas are literally about to die. I was like begging Chantal to film with me ASAP because this is gross. Combine mashed bananas, eggs, and oil. 2 cups mashed bananas, very ripe. Oh shit, I thought this did 2 bananas. I can barely even touch these. I don't know why. I think it's because my dad is allergic to bananas. Like I never ate them growing up. They just gross me out really easily. These really ripe bananas, I definitely don't have enough of, so I'm just gonna add a normal banana and pray. So I have this muddler from bartending. Just gonna use that. I have my 2 cups of banana mushed, 4 eggs, and then 2/3 cup of canola oil. Seems like a lot. So first thing we do is combine the wet ingredients. Okay, so for the dry ingredients to combine in a separate bowl is 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Like I said in my chicken and dumplings video, this was the only flour I could find, so I'm gonna mix this with coconut flour and just hope for the best. So there's 1 cup. 2 cups. Next is 2 cups of sugar. It is a lot. Chrissy Teigan. 2. Am I about to make like the most banana bread in the world? 1 teaspoon of baking soda. You need 1 box of vanilla pudding mix. Just every kind of powder. And last, for the dry ingredients, 1.5. Oh, just 1.5 teaspoons salt. I'm just gonna mix all the dry ingredients together. And then we're going to combine our dry ingredients to the wet. In these instructions, she says to gently mix it together and that it came out differently when she used her electric mixer. So, I don't know, I kind of wish I had an electric mixer, to be honest. I had some chocolate chips just like in my cupboard. So I'm just gonna put like a 4th cup of that in. I had 1 cup of unsweetened coconut shreds. And now we're supposed to fold this in. This is what I imagine folding to be. Next it says to grease and flour this pan. I'm just gonna put it in. That's what she said. Right now we just put it in the oven for 60 to 80 minutes or when it has a little spring to it. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so I took it out of the oven and it looks a little burnt on top, but I swear I had to like kind of burn the top so that the inside would cook all the way. I heard that you have to take it out of this pan to let it cool or else it could overcook.
What's up, you guys? So for my recipe, I was planning on using Chrissy Tiegan's recipe and just making it vegan, but it's actually really hard to make vegan once I actually looked at it. It also calls for instant pudding mix, which I've never seen vegan instant pudding mix. I don't even know what I would replace that with. I found this recipe called the perfect vegan banana bread, so that's the one that I'm going to be making today. So in a bowl here, I'm first going to mash up 4 super ripe bananas. This recipe calls for a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, but I don't have brown sugar. I do have this raw turbinado cane sugar, and it's brown in color, so you know, close enough, right? I'm just kidding. So I'm gonna add in a 1/2 cup of this turbinado cane sugar. Next, I'm adding a 1/4 cup of oil. I'm using sunflower oil, and a 1/4 cup of oat milk. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And I'm just gonna mix all that together. Next, I'm adding in 2 cups of flour. And normally I would like mix the dry ingredients separately, but it says just to mix them in the bowl. So I'm gonna add in 2 cups of flour. And 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. She also added cinnamon in this recipe, but I don't like cinnamon in my banana bread personally. I just like it to be banana-y. So I'm not gonna add any, but I'm just gonna mix this together. Oh, we could add chocolate chips, but I don't have any. Mixa, mixa, mixa. Okay, now I'm gonna bake it at 350 degrees for 45 minutes. Okay, so to go with my banana bread, I'm gonna be making homemade banana ice cream. It's a lot of banana. I bought vanilla ice cream from Trader Joe's a week ago, but we ate it all, and I haven't been out to the grocery store since. So, well, I have been because I've been doing Instacart, but I haven't bought any groceries for myself. I'm out of breath. So I'm gonna show you how I make my banana ice cream. Okay, so this is my blender filled up with like probably 5 or 6 frozen bananas, and I let them thaw out just slightly so they don't absolutely murder my Vitamix because she's kind of old. I'm gonna add in a scoop of this protein, and I'm using this one because it's vanilla flavored. And I also put in a tiny splash of vanilla in there as well. I'm also gonna splash in some of this oat milk as needed. You don't want to add too much to make it runny, just a little bit to get the blender going. So I'm adding 1 scoop of this protein powder and just a couple splashes of oat milk. I'm gonna pour this into a dish and put it in the freezer until our banana bread is ready. And this is what it looks like fresh out of the oven. It looks so good. It is steaming. It looks pretty perfect, if I do say so myself.
Okay, before we begin and start eating, we want to make sure that you guys remember to hit that red subscribe button down below because we post videos every Monday and Wednesday. It's always some fun eating, cooking, and chit chat. And also hit that thumbs up button if you guys enjoy any of our videos, or if this is your first time here, you know, you can still hit that thumbs up, you know.
I love how you get so into the like
promotion.
Yeah.
Like, help us, just help us.
And we want to give a huge shout out to all of our patrons over at Patreon. Thank you guys so much for supporting us over there. If you guys want to support our channel, we'll have the link down below. But we have 10 or 12 patrons. I don't know which word it is.
I know, it's really annoying that it's like a Patreon and then they say patrons.
Yeah. So anyways, thank you, patrons. And let's get into the mukbang.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna be honest, like, because I didn't have the right pan, because I didn't have the right flour, I think I cooked it a little too long for the outside, but then not long enough for the inside. I
Oh.
took a bite earlier and I was like, this is hella mushy. But there was a lot of sites saying like the reason Chrissy Teigen's banana bread is so popular is because it's moist. So oh shit, I laughed so hard I moved my laptop.
Wait, her recipe was crazy.
Really? I've never
I
done
thought it
any
was
other
crazy.
banana bread, so I was like, okay.
That's great. It had 2 cups of sugar and a packet of pudding.
So wait, 2 cups of sugar is not normal?
That's a lot.
No, I'm going to leave in my commentary because a lot of times I'll say like 2 cups of flour and then I'll speed up and then you don't hear all the, like,
yeah,
I'm saying, but like during this, me making it, I was like, shit, that's a ton of sugar. Okay. And then I was like, pudding mix, who the okay, well,
you should leave that in.
Like the whole thing was, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of sugar. But the one that I made, guess how many bananas this has?
How many?
4.
Oh my, no. Okay. So
like a whole bushel.
A bushel of bananas. When I first read the recipe, I thought it said 2 bananas. So I let 2 bananas get like literally rotten.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I hope this is ripe. And then it was literally only 1 cup of bananas. So then I took 2 like perfectly yellow bananas and just was like pounding the shit out of them. So I was like, I can't go back.
So you only needed a cup of banana?
2 cups.
Oh, okay.
But 2 bananas is 1 cup, and I needed 2 cups of banana.
Oh,
so I needed
really?
4 bananas. So yeah.
Oh, so that's like me.
Yeah. But I was like, even pouring into the thing, I was like, this is a ton. Like,
yeah. All right, enough jibber jabber.
jibber jabber.
Cheers.
Cheers. Mmm.
Oh, good.
That sugar's really working. No,
the outside piece is a little dry. I'm gonna go for a middle one.
I will say I was really worried about how mushy it was when I first took it out, but now that it's cooled off, it did like harden up a little bit.
Oh, that's good.
Mmm. This is good.
Mine's a little dry. I really just not. We're having totally different experiences right now.
I'm like, mine is so moist and
mine's like chalk. No, not really.
Wait, what did you put in it? Yours looks like actual bread. Mine looks like a little cake.
Yeah.
Like I'm just eating cake for dinner tonight.
I think it's just the outside that I keep biting into. Let's try an inside piece. Oh, that's good.
Much better.
The outside is just like so dry.
Just cut the inside square and just pull it out of the
yeah. Just shave it.
I also have vanilla ice cream on the side.
I made banana ice cream. I have banana bread and banana ice cream.
That's a little excessive.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have a stomachache.
I used the ice cream because I saw the guy, the TikTok video, use it.
Yeah, I remember you said that. I ate all my vanilla ice cream in like 2 days when I bought it last week. Wow, that is bomb ice cream though.
Is it a recipe? Did you make it yourself?
It's just frozen bananas and I put in vanilla protein powder and oat milk.
Seems simple enough.
It came out really good.
It feels so weird that we're eating this now. Like I haven't had dinner.
I low-key would love something savory. But this is so good.
I'm trying to think like I couldn't think of anything savory that would go along with banana bread. It's such like a weird its own thing.
I feel like I'm gonna eat this for breakfast like every single day.
Yeah. I'm literally gonna crash from eating so much sugar. I'm very excited.
Can you explain the recipe some more? I'm very intrigued.
Okay, so I'm just gonna cut another slice. You can see how wet it is. I'm gonna fucking drop this. Let's see.
Yours kind of looks like brownies.
It might as well be banana brownies. Yeah, it's really wet. I feel like definitely like the pan I used, like there are parts of it that I'm like, oh, that could be cooked longer.
in the center. But so I had to mix the bananas, oil. It also used like 2/3 cup oil, and I was like,
That's a lot too.
that's excessive.
I'm doing some rearranging.
Yeah, so it was banana oil and eggs, and then you mixed flour, 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of flour, baking soda, the Jello mix, and salt, and then you mix the two together. But it said like to mix them gently, or else if you mix it too hard, like if you use an electric mixer, then with the gluten reacts or something. Like, I don't know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those are mine said too.
I feel like it's good. You can't really taste the coconut flakes that much. So then I'm like, why am I putting them in there? You know?
I don't like coconut.
I'm not really
Well,
that big of a coconut fan either.
I just don't like it in baked goods because it's so like hard.
Yeah. I like them in pina coladas.
Yeah, I like pina coladas too. And I like young coconut. Have you ever had a young coconut?
No.
The inside is like jello or like jelly. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. It's like you're eating a wrapper.
A wrapper?
Like young coconut.
Mm.
About to spit some rhymes.
Yeah.
Yes, I am a wrapper. I just wish that a seasoned banana bread chef could try this and let me know if it's undercooked or this just means that it's
Perfect.
yeah.
Or if it's just goopy like that.
Yeah, if it's supposed to be goopy, like I'm trying to think.
Mine? Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine.
I think where I might have messed up, why it's a little bit drier, is you were supposed to use brown sugar, and I didn't have brown sugar, so I had to use like regular sugar. So maybe it like made a difference.
Made it harder.
Yeah, because I don't know. I
keep thinking about the 2 cups of sugar. Oh my god! Remember when I tried to make the dalgona coffee?
Mm-hmm.
So stupid TikTok is ruining my life.
Did you ever get it to work?
No, I threw it down the sink. I gave up. I think maybe I bought a bad instant coffee. Because I read an article afterwards that says why your dalgona what is it
Dalgona? I'm not sure.
Whatever, why your fluffy coffee isn't working. And it said like, oh, too much water could have been one, like you said. But like not the right instant coffee, because some instant coffees come with water in them. And then it said that your ratios could be off, and they found the perfect ratio is 1 tablespoon of coffee, 8 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of water, or something like that, or 1 tablespoon of water.
I've only seen like a 1-to-1-to-1 ratio.
I know. This one said like it was like 8 times the amount of sugar, and I was like, sorry, that just slipped out. But I mean, I get it. Like frappuccinos, like people put sugar and stuff, but like 8 tablespoons of sugar.
That's a lot. But I think the sugar. I watched another YouTuber make frosting out of instant coffee, and it was basically sugar and instant coffee, but it was like a shit ton of sugar, and it was literally the fluffiest like peaks I've ever seen. So
the more sugar, the more
fluff,
like
maybe?
Probably, yeah. I think that's it. But I also just like every time I go to make the coffee and I scoop, I mean, you know, I don't add sugar to my coffee. Like I do creamer. Yeah. So every time I add it in, I'm like,
it's too sweet for you.
This is gonna be like too much. But the one time I did make it and it kind of worked after I whipped for literally 40 minutes. I also felt like I was on crack. Like it was so strong.
Yes, I agree.
It's so strong for you too?
Mm-hmm. But I never really finish it whenever I make it.
You think because it's so sweet?
Yeah, and I just feel like I'm on crack.
Yeah. I also bought Ready Whip.
Oh.
But we don't use it. Are you supposed to shake it?
I think so.
I don't really like whipped cream that much, but you know who does?
Jax.
It's like a puppuccino.
He's back in his little cone.
Yeah, come here. Why are you scared of this? What are you doing? Come here. Come here. He's so weird. I think he hates his life. Yeah, his so he had, you know how he had 2 surgeries, like the neutering and the hernia?
Yeah.
So the day that we took him off, it was like 10 days after. His hernia stitch looked like kind of red and swollen, so I think he was licking it like behind my back. Hi. Hi, Stinky. And it just looked like red and swollen. And what's weird is like the neuter stitch looks fine, but the hernia one is like really long and it looks like the skin is folded over. So I just feel like it needs to take longer to heal. But today's the 2-week mark, so I was gonna make him sleep in it and then tomorrow wake up and see how it looks. Yeah.
Poor
Where are
guy.
you going? I know. He's going to his other bed. I woke him up.
The
Here.
cutest animal.
Oh, he just sat next to me. Hi. Look, buddy. Where are you going? What's wrong with Jax? He doesn't want the whipped cream.
You don't want your whipped cream?
Bitch, I bought this for you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I literally did. Because I was like, do they make you pay for the puppuccinos at Starbucks? I really don't know.
I don't know. Have you seen the girl with it's a wiener dog, and she goes, "You want a puppuccino?" And it goes like this.
Yes.
I watched that video like 50 times. It brought me so much happiness. She goes, "You want to go get your puppuccino?" And the dog's like, I love that video.
I know. I just watch dog videos all day long. I'm like, okay, I'm going to be productive. And then I sit. And do you know the dodo?
Yeah. I watch like 5,000 of those a day.
Oh, I was going to say, I was like, you don't like the dodo? Do you have no heart?
No, Colin has forbid me from watching the dodo.
I literally sit in bed and I cry. And I'm like, this dog is stuck in the bed of building.
Oh. I'm really full of like sugar.
I know. I was just going to say, I feel like we should have made something else with this because I've had like half of a line of it and I feel like I'm dying.
Me too. I can't eat anymore. Me and you can't eat a lot of sweets.
I don't know. I feel myself getting a sugar headache. I feel bad because people always ask for sugar stuff and I'm always like, yeah.
I have to be in like a right mood for it. Like maybe Sunday mornings. I always want something sweet.
I'm afraid like I can do sweets in the morning. Like give me a good Pop-Tart. I don't know why. Like I want sweets in the morning, but then as the day goes on, I want savory.
Same.
Like we should have filmed this at like 9 a.m.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Especially on the weekends, I'm like, oh, give me some French toast.
Yeah. This is literally the dentist. Do you think this is cooked all the way?
I don't think you would cook it anymore because the outside would get burnt. I think it's just like how the way it is.
Maybe that's why people like it. Yeah, I had like a line of it and I feel like I'm dying right now.
I'm just really curious. Like I really want to try it.
I really want you to try it. Maybe you could have made it without the Jell-O pudding, the packet, because like there's not even that much Jell-O mix in it.
What even is Jell-O mix? Pudding mix?
I don't know. It looked like just another flour. Like I was like, cool. So we're adding flour to the flour. Like honestly, I bet it's like just sugar.
It's probably sugar and like milk powder, like dry milk powder.
If you could figure out what it was, then you could probably replace it with like a vegan milk powder.
Yeah.
I don't really know. If you guys know in the comments below what to replace Jell-O pudding, instant pudding mix to make it vegan, let us know. It's very weird.
Maybe I'll just take it out.
Like try it. One time, did I ever talk about the time I made a birthday cake with my dad? I think it was for like my mom or my grandma or someone, or maybe it was for me. Who knows? I just know I was making a cake with my dad. Mm-hmm. And I was like, we didn't have enough eggs. Like we were low 1 egg. And this was like when I was in, I think like a senior in high school. This was before I knew about like veganism and that like you could use applesauce or like stuff like that to replace eggs. Uh-huh. Like, so we didn't have an egg and I was like, oh, it'll probably be fine, right? And my dad was like, yeah, we'll just not use the egg. Like, whatever, we don't need it. And so we made the cake without the egg and we pulled it out of the oven and it looked fine. We're like, yeah, it's totally fine. I literally went like this and it just went and like completely crumbled and I ate it anyway. God. I think the egg like just holds it together.
Yeah.
Because it still tasted fine. It just wouldn't form a shape.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm really bad at like baking. Like baking, you know how people say like baking is a science?
Yeah.
Like I rarely bake because of that reason. Like you have to be very like exact.
Yeah. And I learned you can't not follow the rules.
That's funny. Yeah, that's when I also was going to make the Chrissy Tiegan recipe vegan. Had 4 eggs. And I was thinking like 4 vegan egg replacers, like that's going to be so dense. Because like if you make a flax egg, it is very like wet and like dense. So I didn't really think it would turn out good, but maybe I'll try it.
Yeah, Chrissy Teigen's recipe was very excessive. Like I thought the whole point of banana bread was like it's super easy, just throw it together. And this one I was like, there's a lot of things, a lot of ingredients necessary for this.
So what did the people on TikTok and Twitter say about it?
I thought it was like the most moist, best banana cake. Bread. This is cake.
It's like a banana brownie.
Yeah. I'm dying.
All right. Well, you know what sounds great right now is some Indomie.
I actually have some. Maybe I'll make that while Max is on his run. He's been eating chicken salads.
Oh, wow. Healthy.
I know. We've been, it's so funny because I'm like, I do all the cooking and he's like, I'll cook, but I'm going to make what I want to make. And I'm like, no, I want you to make what I want you to make, because he'll just make like chicken and broccoli and rice or like chicken salads or like he only has he's a one-trick pony. I'm like, there are tons of fun things you can make that are still healthy. You don't have to just make chicken and broccoli. And he's like, why? It doesn't bother him to eat the same thing every day like it bothers me.
Yeah.
So yeah,
now eating the same thing.
I hate it.
That's so funny.
Now I'm just cooking.
Colin has been doing the dishes every night and it's so nice of him. That's all I have to say. I'm just really appreciative.
Yeah, that's really nice.
He washes all the produce and then I run them through the juicer, which is like the easy part, and he cleans out the juicer. So really he's getting screwed over big time because he's doing all the hard work. Yeah.
Dude, not that we have to like mention this, whatever, but that video I sent you where the mites or whatever those bugs were that were like floating off of the leaves that she let sit in like water and vinegar.
Wait, what?
Remember I sent you a thing and I was like, should I be soaking my vegetables in vinegar?
Yeah.
And you were like, no, just like water should work. And I was like, I just rinse my vegetables. Like, am I eating bugs?
I feel like when you rinse them, they get washed off too, though. Like, it's just because she had them in water, like submerged. So they're
floating away in water.
Yeah, it's fine. As long as you like really get in there, like all the cracks.
I should probably be better about that.
All right, well, we're gonna wrap up this mukbang. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this banana bread recipe taste test. Sorry we didn't eat that much. We're just not big sweets persons.
Yeah,
people.
We're savory queens. But it was fun. Change of pace. Baking is stressful.
Yeah. But make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up before you go and subscribe and follow us on Instagram, mukbang.monday.
And comment down below what recipes you want to see us do next week. It always helps us to get suggestions from you guys. And then it gives us new options to explore. So, yeah.
So that is it for today. Thank you guys so much. We will see you next time.
Love you guys.
I forgot to say love you guys.
It's okay. I can say it.
Mukbang Monday out.